It is time for the Friday edition of Litter Media Live. On this Friday, it is April 12th of 2024. I'm Dan Ramey. No icon today. It's myself and Aaron Glandon.
You guys have been on a streak where it's been just the two of you for a couple weeks now.
It's felt unusual, after we went through the basketball season where Mike takes Mondays off and so on and so forth, and I take Fridays off, and then we're lucky to get on camera in between, so to speak. But now
viewers thought they'd never see me again.
That probably was the case. Almost like Johnny Carson back in the day. It seemed like Johnny had 8 to 9 weeks of vacation time, and he always had these guests host coming around for him. And eventually he went away from the program. I think 1992 was the last he was on. I want to say it was 92. All right, welcome to our daily show, which we take a look at news topics and sports events, this state and history. None of that will change. We'll have a lot of that for you here today. But the stories are different, so you can follow along on our website, littermedia.com, if you want. Follow us here on Facebook as well as on Litter Media X, and you'll also find us on YouTube. So
yes, you can. And Spotify.
And Spotify. I keep forgetting that you added Spotify for us as well. But first, let's take a look at what the weather is doing for us today. Rain has not subsided very much. I don't hear it hitting the rooftop today here at the Litter Media Loft, but we can tell you that we're expecting more rain this afternoon, windy conditions, and temperatures will be about 54. But I tell you, after this, things are going to get much better. As you see there, sunshine returns tomorrow. We'll be up to 62. As we look ahead towards the rest of the weekend, we'll hit near 75 on Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be in the 70s all next week.
That's nice.
It'll be cool. We'll have to wear bell bottoms and kind of do like, we'll throw back to the 1970s, Saturday Night Fever, that kind of stuff.
I don't have any bell bottoms.
You don't have any bell bottoms?
No.
I'm sure maybe your mom or dad have some laying around.
I really doubt my dad has any bell bottoms laying around.
You never know. You never know. They may surprise you when you get home for the weekend and you see them and they'll be walking around with peace signs and everything else.
Maybe.
Then again, maybe not. All right, coming up here shortly, we'll give you what is happening with news. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389 is the number to call. If you've got a project at your home or your business, they can take care of it for you. If you need this thing for round the clock coverage, make sure you get a dumpster. Scioto Valley Dumpsters is the place to go. 740-253-8389. News is next.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. Again, you'll follow along, if you'd like, on our website, littermedia.com. It's where you'll find a lot of these stories we're going to talk about today. But we do have some things we don't post on the website, but we only share here on Facebook and on Litter Media X, which I don't know if it's going to include high school sports this afternoon, because I got a feeling rain's going to once again wipe out the schedule for this evening. But Mike usually keeps you up to date on what's going on there on Litter Media X. A couple of weeks ago, we told you about the retirement of Jeff Sheets as superintendent of Westfall Local Schools at the end of July, and Westfall has named his successor, Those of you in the Chillicothe area, you know him pretty well as well. Formerly a principal at Tiffin Elementary back in the day, Jason Fife. He currently serves as principal at Westfall High School and will continue in that role until assuming the new duties as district superintendent beginning August 1st of this summer. Congratulations to Jason Fife. That's pretty cool. Good to see.
The Ross County Historical Society, in conjunction with the Mound City chapter of the Archaeological Society of Ohio and Hopewell Culture National Historic Park, are hosting its 7th annual Archaeology Day event on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. More than 20 tabletop exhibits will be featured with a wide range of prehistoric artifacts, fossils, and rocks collected by members of the Mound City chapter of the ASO. Many items from the Historical Society's collections, which are not currently on exhibit, will also be displayed, including mammoth and mastodon teeth, geodes, fossils, rocks, minerals, and a variety of locally found prehistoric artifacts.
You got to check this out. If you've never done it, please do so tomorrow. Waverly and Piketon have been selected to participate in the Appalachian Gateway Communities Initiative. This, according to the Community Action Committee of Pike County. Part of the program, a community team will participate in trainings and workshops to help develop an action plan for Waverly, Piketon, and Greater Pike County. The survey will help guide the team in their discussions.
The Ohio Valley Regional Development Commission is looking for your input on making sure the roads and sidewalks in the region safer. There are more details and a link to the survey in our news feed on Facebook.
Sunday's an exciting Ohio Mushroom Identification Hike. That's coming up Sunday at 2 p.m. at Buzzard's Roost. You can explore the forest with mushroom expert Homer Elliott of Hocking College and learn how to identify different types of mushroom and fungi. Don't miss this unique opportunity to uncover the hidden world of mushrooms right in our backyard. Leashed pets are welcome. The hike will depart from the main parking area. I'm not a big mushroom fan. My son does this. He's become a connoisseur of it. Not me so much. I went mushroom hunting when I started dating my wife, and her dad wanted to go mushroom hunting.
Yeah.
And I had no thrill with it. And so I've just never done it since.
But it's going to be 75 degrees that day, so it's an excuse to get out.
It is a good excuse to get out and walk the hills and everything else, but it just does nothing for me. But I know it does for a lot of people. So if you enjoy it, you make sure you get out to the Buzzard Roost on Sunday, and that starts at 2 o'clock.
Scioto River Crepe Workshop Monday, April 15th from 9 a.m. to noon at the Ross County USDA Service Center. If you've ever seen spots in fields that hold water after heavy rains, creating seasonal ponding, flooding, or other issues that cause low crop yields for farmers, this workshop will offer solutions. The event is free, but RSVP at the link you'll find in the post on our Facebook newsfeed.
Monday is tax deadline day, and the city of Chillicothe announced that they'll be open until 6 p.m. this evening to help those of you who want to file before Monday. But also, they'll be open from 7:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. on Monday as well to make sure that you get your taxes paid.
The Huntington Township Community Event will be held May the 4th, 2024. Activities begin at 5 p.m. Inflatables, laser tag, hog roast, live music from Stateside Red, fireworks.
Fireworks they'll have as well. This has been a big event they've had the last few years, and so make sure you dress in your Hawaiian fare. And I know with the senior class from this year making that trip out to Hawaii last month, I'm sure they have some Hawaiian wear to enjoy that day. With just 10 weeks until the beginning of summer, Ohio teens will soon be completing employment applications for summer jobs. And some of those under age of 18, the Ohio Department of Commerce Division of Industrial Compliance's Bureau of Wage and Hour reminds them they may also need a minor work permit before they clock in for their first day. Ohio teens between the ages of 14 and 17 are required to have a work permit. That is a minor work permit. And we're talking about minor with an O, not if you're a coal miner, different story there. But a minor work permit to hold a job during the school year.
The Junior Civic League's Mom to Mom sale at Bishop Flagey is tomorrow from 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the gymnasium. Early bird entry is $2, otherwise admission is at 8 a.m. for $1. Gently used children's clothing, toys, baby accessories, furniture, strollers, car seats, and more.
All kinds of stuff that moms have. It's a great way for them to get rid of stuff, but also if you are a new mom and you're looking for some of these things, you'll be able to find them at cheaper prices there. The annual Scioto River Water Cleanup is coming up next Saturday, April 20th. They'll meet in the parking lot to the right of Yuctanche Park Annex. Participants should wear boots, gloves, and old clothes. They'll get together at 8 a.m., and the event is sponsored by Ross County Litter Control and Recycling, RPHF Solid Waste District, and Chillicothe Parks and Recreation. They'll also have some Krispy Kreme donuts as well.
There you go. We're 3 weeks away from Yellow Day in downtown Chillicothe. They're expecting more than 600 students to converge on North Paint Street for a ceremony promoting random acts of kindness, which is expected to spread throughout the downtown area, with hopes that these acts become regular behavior.
I'll be your MC for that day, so looking forward to it. I haven't got my Yellow Day t-shirt yet, but...
what color is the t-shirt going to be?
Yellow.
I never would have guessed.
Yes. But it is a very cool event, so if you've never experienced Yellow Day, make sure you get downtown. Coming up on May 3rd.
Do you know what that QR code does?
I do not.
Find out and let us know in the comments what that QR code does.
It may take you to their Facebook page. It may also tell you more about what Yellow Day is all about.
Maybe.
It could. You'll just have to scan it and find out. I guess I could scan it with mine to find out right now.
You could do that.
Or you could do it with yours. It's right there in front of you.
That's true.
Our road report features Ross County. Work is set to begin Monday, April 15th for a resurfacing project on US 35. That's between State Route 138 and the Fayette County line. Work will occur daily for the duration of the project, which they say they hope to have it complete by summer 2024. Speaking of which, coming up on Tuesday, we will have Michaela Bruning here from District 9 of ODOT to talk about projects they have going on, not only here in Ross County, but throughout District Number 9, which stretches like Brown County all the way down to the Ohio River and around most of southeast Ohio. So you'll want to find out more about that. Plus, we'll get an update on what they're planning for the annex roads and everything up along Bridge Street, which should have us all encouraged for better thoroughfare, but also frustrated because you got to do the work to make that happen.
Absolutely.
So, 3 or 4 years down the road, we'll all be happy, but during the process, I'm sure a lot of folks will be your testing will be patient. Just remember Yellow Day. Yellow Day every day as you're driving and looking at the orange barrels. I guess that's one way of looking at it. All right, coming up in a moment to look at sports, but first, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. For nearly 5 decades, they've been taking care of making sure you are comfortable in your home. Your trusted comfort advisor is Accurate. Make sure you click on this ad wherever you see it on littermedia.com. That takes you right to their website, which is AccurateHVAC.com for accurate heating, cooling, and plumbing. Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down. Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Time for sports now, and we don't have much to report on the way of high school results because they all got wiped out by rain yesterday.
And they might tonight, too.
That may very well be the same case. Reds and Brewers were washed out yesterday, and this game is going to be made up on Friday, August 30th as a split doubleheader, which usually means there's one game that starts at like 1 o'clock, and then the next one will be the regularly scheduled game at like 7 o'clock. So that's what a split doubleheader is. Reds hit the road to face the Chicago White Sox tonight through Sunday. The Reds are 6-6, while the White Sox have won just 2 games thus far this season. Guardians open up a weekend set with the Yankees in a battle between the AL East and Central Division leaders. The Blue Jackets took on former goalkeeper Sergei Bobrovsky. He's with the Florida Panthers now, and he shut him out.
Yeah, he did.
He kept them scoreless. Just 2 games remain tomorrow night in Nashville, and they'll close out the regular season on Tuesday with Carolina. These 3 teams are playing are all in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then next season, the Blue Jackets will be good.
And while they're not the best, obviously, of the 32 teams, they're not the last of the 32 teams. That's the San Jose Sharks. We can throw that out there. And Ohio State's spring football game is tomorrow at Ohio Stadium. The game will be televised on Fox at noon tomorrow. And that's a quick look at sports.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That was lightning round sports.
It pretty much was. Well, there was a lot of lightning in the area.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for sports. But coming up in a moment, we're going to turn the Litter Media Wayback Machine to 1861 with this date in history.
My mom won't be happy about this one.
She will not, because she's from the South, isn't she?
Yes.
Yes. But
that's all coming up next.
If not for that, she wouldn't probably live in the North.
That's true.
So
yeah, I wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Litter Propane, 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. Litter Quality Propane.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
At Rathkamp Financial, we believe in building client relationships for the long term, guiding you through the stages of wealth with a plan and bringing you closer to reaching your financial dreams. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
Haynes Total Healthcare Center, One Medical Drive, just off Marietta Road. Chiropractic needs, they've been taking care of that since 1974, but also your nutritional needs and physical therapy, too. You want to find out more as they celebrate 50 years of serving this area? Stop in at Haynes, or you just take a look at them on their website. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com for Haynes Total Healthcare Center. And it takes you right to their website, which is HaynesHealth.com. This date in history, we go back to 1861, and this is well before your mother was even thought of.
Right.
But she was born in Mississippi. Is that right?
Yes, Meridian, Mississippi.
And so she is a native Southerner.
Yes.
And
she hates William Tecumseh Sherman more than anyone in the world, I think.
Is that right?
Yes.
Does she ever go to Lancaster?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Okay, so she probably avoids Lancaster as well.
Because
just in protest.
On his way to Atlanta, he burned Meridian, Mississippi to the ground. And no one ever talks about that.
Yeah.
I think she feels kind of snubbed.
Well, that's because the march was to Atlanta, right?
Right.
And getting through there. Well, the American Civil War begins with 4 of the bloodiest years in American history. Follows when the Confederate shore batteries under General PGT, is it PGT?
Looks like it.
It does. Beauregard opens fire on Union-held Fort Sumter and South Carolina's Charleston Harbor. It was 1861, this date, April 12th. During the next 34 hours, 50 Confederate guns and mortars launched more than 4,000 rounds on the poorly supplied fort. The next day, U.S. Major Robert Anderson surrendered the fort. 2 days later, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln issued a proclamation calling for 75,000 volunteer soldiers to quell the Southern insurrection. And you say that the Southerners call it a mark of Northern aggression.
They call it the War of Northern Aggression. That's what they're taught.
Gotcha. Well, the number of soldiers who died between 1861 and 1865, I took a look at this, generally estimated at 620,000 lives. That's approximately equal to the total of American fatalities in the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, the Mexican War, the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, and the Korean War all combined.
That's crazy.
620,000.
The Civil War is Americans fighting Americans. So
right,
the only people dying are Americans.
Correct. And just makes you wonder, though, if we wouldn't have had that war, I know the whole deal was over slavery. I understand that. But had we not had that war, how many of those 620,000 men and lives might have become scientists, might have become educators?
Yeah.
Who knows? When you have a war like that, it just changes the course of human history.
Yeah.
In that respect. So, and you could say that about, was it Rwanda, that there was genocide amongst their people? The same with the Jews, during World War II and the whole deal. So, it's just, we don't know why it happens. I mean, if you're an evangelical, you know why it happens. It's because sin is in the world.
Yeah.
But it just, there's a lot of things that just doesn't make sense.
Also, you say that it was fought over slavery in front of a lot of Southerners, and they will push back against it.
True.
They'll say states' rights.
Yeah.
And then you say states' rights to what? And then they don't say anything.
The argument continues. Next thing you know, you have a local civil war.
Yeah.
In that respect. So, but hopefully no bloodshed. Just a war of words. All right, that'll be it for the program for today. And coming up next week, we have several special editions. Next week is the Buck 50. We'll visit with Dave Huggins to talk more about that. Also, there's a lot of things going on at the Ross County Parks District, and we're going to visit with representatives from the Parks District. I believe Mike has someone coming in from the Health District to talk about infants. So we've got that going on. And I also confirmed this morning with a special event coming up on Friday of next week to talk about the New York City Marathon. And I know the Boston Marathon is being run this coming Monday. So there's a number of local runners who are participating in that. But there's also a group that's going to be in New York City later this year, too. So a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of things happening in the area. And again, if you missed our special edition from earlier today talking about World Heritage Week, which is next week, you can find that here on our Facebook videos section Is it up on YouTube yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because I had to put this show together right when we wrapped up that one.
Gotcha. All right. So coming up later today, you'll have an opportunity to catch that. Something you can catch is your visit to Fairfield County earlier this week.
I talked to the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Lancaster, Fairfield County, Travis Markwood, about some of the events and businesses they have coming to Lancaster. You can check that out on our YouTube.
Okay, that's available now on our YouTube channel with Aaron Glandon behind the microphone and the camera. All right, that's it for the program today. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. We will see you again Monday with another edition of Litter Media Live.